Oh my gosh, guys. So I've recorded this video like 3 or 4 times already. Which I know that I shouldn't, like, I know that there's times when I shouldn't film and I should just wait. Whether that's 20 minutes or an hour. But I just really wanted to film it. And so I've already gotten halfway through. So I'm just going to give you, I'll just be really descriptive. And then I'll show you this next pair. So we're doing cutoffs today. Cutoff shorts. Preferably 100% cotton denim. That's really, really important. If you are new here, my name is Tiffany and I'm a multi-platform reseller in apps like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Kitizen. I also do flip, swap, thread-up, and the real. When I am not full-time, I'm like a full-time and part-time reseller. When school's not in and when I have a little bit more help, I am a full-time reseller, and besides that, I'm a part-time. I am a full-time nutrition student, getting my bachelor's, and I am a full-time mama to a sweet little boy named Elliot. So if you like reseller content, please give this video a like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You'll be notified when I put up new videos. Usually that's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8 a.m. If I don't get it up by 8, like this last week's been spring break, I will get it up that day. So even if it's just like a chatty, loopy little video, I've been really enjoying this community. It's been really fun to engage and talk back and forth in the comments. I always thought that this was like really one-sided, being on YouTube, and it's not at all. It's not at all. It's really, really enjoyable. So yeah. What else did I tell you that I forgot? I have a video coming out on Monday, and it is like this Facebook work with me video and ship with me video. Just a couple sales that happened like Wednesday and Thursday or something like that. But I currently have and if you follow me on Instagram, like I made a big post about this, like, oh, I'm gonna get this big pile done today for Facebook. No, it's still right here. It's underneath my tripod. It's a big pile of denim, which is so easy to list on Facebook. I list damaged goods over there, or like older styles, because it sells quick and fees are low. Yeah, it would take me 10 minutes. I just need to do it. I just need to get it out of here. So if you're interested on my process of listing on Facebook, I also have a video I've made of that. It is on my channel, in the quick tips playlist, which is where this is going to be too. So let's get into it. So like I said, if you're going to be making cutoff shorts, make sure that they're 100% cotton. That's really important. I've tried it with like the spandex stuff before. It doesn't fray the same, and it has a lot of spandex. It doesn't like fray at all, and it just gets kind of weird. You'll be really impressed with how your shorts turn out if you use 100% cotton denim. So to make shorts, I have to grab it because I had a malfunction when we were doing it. You're gonna need the shorts that you want to do. You're gonna need a pair of scissors. You're gonna need a measuring tape, a box cutter, a piece of cardboard, and chalk. I just stole this from the backyard, so it's not super great, but chalk washes off really, really easy. If you don't have chalk, I've used pencil before, but it doesn't always come off, if that makes sense. And if you use a light pair of denim, sometimes you can kind of see it, and it gets a little weird. You have to erase it. Don't use marker. I've done that. That was a mistake. That did not turn out. I don't know what I was thinking. Chalk is really your best bet. So the first thing you're gonna, well, I'll tell you why I'm doing these. So like this one has a huge hole right here, and a hole in the knee, and a hole back here. So these are messed up. You can tell by the patch, like they're pretty jacked up. They're the lower quality Levi's, but they are 100%, yep, 100% cotton. So So yeah, we're going to make these ones cheeky. They're going to be kind of, you know, you can be really confident if you wear these, which I've made in the past and they sell pretty well. And these ones, I just did basic. Like, I always do a 2 to 3 inch inseam. So I did these super basic. I started doing this in 2020. In the beginning of the pandemic, I watched a video from Empty Hanger. Really good. If I remember, I will put it down in the description to find it. I think she sells a lot of them. But really easy to follow. And I usually sell them for 25 to 35 bucks. I'm going to list these ones for 35. They're a newer pair of Levi's, and they'll turn out pretty good. And I'll list these lower quality ones for like 25. And I sold a bunch of them. I got a bunch of free denim from a friend in 2020. I had just gone through a divorce, and she was just like, she was doubting on me. I also got a couple Dooney bags from her and a bunch of graphic tees that I turned into crops, and I bleach dyed them. I bleach dyed so many of those, and they sold really well. And the ones that were stragglers maybe took like 2 months to sell, but they sold quickly. I don't know if that's still a thing, if people still bleach dye stuff or tie-dye stuff. We were doing a lot of tie-dyeing then too. Maybe I should try that out. If you're interested in how I bleach dye stuff, let me know. But yeah, that would be fun. And it was a nice way to save these tees that probably nobody would probably want to wear. They were pretty basic. They'd be the stuff that people look over at the thrift store. So yeah, I was really surprised at how fast that upcycled stuff sells. I don't know. I just assumed that since you make it yourself, nobody is going to want it. I don't know. Like, they can do it themselves. But not everybody's crafty, and not everybody wants to put in that time. So, yeah. So with these ones, I did a 2-inch inseam. That's the most common inseam that I sell is 2-inch, 2.5. I really like 3-inch inseams. But remember that some of this is going to fray. So you're going to lose a little bit of your inseam. I also went around with my scissors. Usually I use a box cutter, but this is really dull right now and it doesn't have another blade. But normally I go around and I insert the cardboard and I mark it. So I'll like mark both sides like this for like how big of a section I want, and then I just run the box cutter this way. So you get a bunch of little ribbons. And yeah. So I'll show you how I do this next pair. That was just a quick little overview. I'll tell you a little bit more when we go through. Not going to use this. This is the best way and the easiest way, in my opinion. But this is so dull, it's not even cutting. So we're just not going to use that right now. We're going to do scissors. So let me give you a better view of what I'm doing. All right. So I'm going to measure the inseam. I'm going to do 2 inches again, but I'm going to make them like cheeky. So I'm going to do a more dramatic line up. So really important to measure on both sides. This part may feel annoying, like taking this time to go around when you could just, push them together and cut it. But trust me, it makes such a big difference, and it makes them look a lot more professional, because even if you're off like 1/2 of an inch on one or something, you can tell, you can just, it just doesn't look as nice. So I'm making sure to do this on the seam, and then I'm just kind of doing a little bit on the outside. So that's where I measured, and then I'm kind of making a little on the outside, and you'll see why in a second. I measured both sides. All right, and I'm going to measure on the outside too on the seam. So I usually do 10 to 11. Like for these, I would do a 10. On the other ones, I did an 11. I don't know why. But this would be like straight across, which is fine. But it just looks a little bit better when it's, you know, has more diagonal. I think that I might do these. I might go 8.5 down. These are going to be cheeky. So I went 8.5 down here, and I did it on the seam, and then I'm doing a little bit on the sides. And we're going to measure on this side too. We're going to do 8.5 down. I'm tempted to do 8 inches, but I think that it might be more than I think it is. You know what I mean? All right. So now we are going to connect the dots. Chalk's great too, because on the other pair, like, I didn't connect the dots, and I thought I had the angle right. And I realized I was a little off, so when I went back, I just have like a second line going. Nobody's going to see that. Yeah, these are going to be cute. These are going to be intense, though. It might cut into the pocket. Ooh, I should go down a little bit. I'm going to readjust. I'm going to go 9. Let's do 9. Just while we can. Let's take that extra time and just... Alright. Look at how dramatic just a ½ inch makes it. Isn't that crazy? Alright, I'm going to do the other side. So I've been having this issue lately. I've been saving too many boxes, but they're really good boxes. And I don't know, they're kind of bigger, and I just don't have enough stuff to send in to Swap, ThreadUp, big stuff selling on Facebook. Even if I list this stuff, sorry, I hear noise. Even if I list the stuff that I have on my floor, it's all stuff that would go into poly mailers. So I think I'm going to have to take some to the garbage or the recycling, and it's kind of a bummer because, you know, if you're a reseller, sometimes you need a box, and when you don't have one, it just sucks to pay for a box, you know? Alright, so there's that side. So the reason we did it on both sides becomes pretty apparent. Let's see. On the back side, because you can't see it. There we go. Okay. Alright. We're just going to do the same thing. We're going to connect it. Which, if you have a roller, it might be a little easier with a roller. I just have a tape measure. My mom is watching my son downstairs right now, so I can kind of hear them laughing and having fun. I'm supposed to be using this time doing my taxes, and I'm excited to get those done. Usually I have those done like the first week of February. Sometimes in the past, even if I've been lucky enough to get my W-2 or any of that, I will have it done like in January, which they have until January 31st in our state to, which I don't know if that's like that everywhere, give us our W-2s, but I've worked at some places that are like on it. Alright, there we go. So now we are going to go around and cut it. We are not going to cut through it both sides at the same time just because it may not be even. It kind of bunches up and stuff, you know. Oh man, did I just, oh man, no, I cut this one. Oh guys, I'm gonna kind of correct. And be careful of the pockets because those are really easy to cut through. And pockets are important. I hate when I don't have pockets on what I'm wearing. I want a place to put my hands, you know? It'd be fun to figure out something to do with the extra denim. Maybe something to resell. I always just think of those jean purses. Those were really popular when I was growing up. Alright, we might be okay because there's this like kind of hole on this side. We'll see. Do any of you do DIY and resell? And if so, what do you do? And how does it perform? There's an account called Reseller's Passion on Instagram. And she does a lot of upcycled stuff. And it seems like she does really well. She's even been painting boots. Which I've done that a few times, painting boots, but she's like decoupaging, like straight decoupaging and painting and getting wild with it. It looks really good. All right, so see how that one has a little bit of stuff on the bottom? We might be able to get away with that. I'm going to try to line it up. This is just me trying to correct my mistake. Because if it's not going to be straight, let's make it at least kind of, you know, match up a little bit. Alright. So I'm just going to free it. Which, if you wanted to, I kind of do some different lengths, make it kind of interesting. What looks really good is if you go along and you cut little like fringe along the bottom, it'll like make a really dramatic fray on the bottom. Because this, after you wash it 1 or 2 times, will just become, it'll become this, you know? If that makes sense. So yeah, normally we'd go around, we'd put the cardboard under, we'd box cut, we'd make sure we didn't get the pockets. I'm going to go around and I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to, where do we want it? I'm going to do something right here on this side. And since this has a hole right here, I'm going to put it, maybe I'll put it on this side. This will just be the dramatic pocket. Maybe we'll do a little bit right here too. These are going to be very distressed. Alright. So I'm going to pinch it together like this. I'm going to try to leave the pocket out of the way, and I'm just going to cut it into like little strips, hoping I don't get that pocket. Oh, it looks like I missed it. spots like this. I'll just go around and do that to all. What's nice about the chalk, I really like using it. Sometimes I've made them without and I just kind of place it, is where you can kind of see where you have the stuff. You know what I mean? So if it doesn't look big enough, or if it's just not like evenly placed, it's not aesthetically pleasing, you can erase it and move on. Like I'm going to make this one a little bit bigger than. And I'm just doing it on the outside pocket. There's no need for me to do it on the inside. That'd be a little bit uncomfortable when you sat down. All right. Yay, I always try to shoot for over 10 minutes on my videos. This one's 20, and I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to meet that because I, recorded this multiple times and I'd already started. So I'm glad that this worked out. What you're going to do now with these guys is you're going to, I'm going to make my face. You're going to wash them and dry them. I'll usually wash and dry twice, sometimes even 3 times, because every single time you wash and dry them, they're going to fray. So I'm going to leave you guys on a little cliffhanger. I'm going to upload this video and I'm going to go wash and dry these 2, maybe I'll do it twice and I'll take a photo, and then I'll do it 3 times and I'll take a photo so you can really see. Maybe even I'll take a photo after the first one, just so you can see the progression. They get better and better. Not to say that they're going to fall apart. Oh man, I washed these 10 times and they've fallen apart and I don't want to wear them anymore. But I think that's true with, any distressed jeans and stuff. They just get better and better. But I'm going to be taking a photo of these after I'm done, and I'm going to be posting them to my Instagram. So my Instagram handle is @Tiff, TIFF _ANY Greer, GREER. So it's Tiffany Greer. It's the same handle, I think, as my YouTube, my Poshmark. I have my link tree usually down always in the description, so you can just click on the link tree and it should all be in there. But yeah, I'll let you guys go over there and see the results. If you really dislike Instagram, maybe on my Wednesday video, because I already have my Monday one up, maybe I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of it there too. But I hope that you're having a great week, and I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me today, guys. All right, bye.